Welcome to our little scouting trip. We're up by Lake Cascade in Idaho. I am not with Mrs. Faceless today, but with my brother-in-law instead. Our intended destination was unfortunately cut off by snow. Luckily we had a plan B. And a plan C. And a plan D. Finally, we found a location which we considered to be ideal for scouting. So we parked up, packed up, and hiked into the lake. After a strenuous hiking at altitude, with the lack of oxygen, we came across some animal droppings. Not sure. Wolf? Bear? I don't know. We also came across more snowdrifts, which was less than optimal. The forecast had been for acceptable weather, but this is Idaho, and it's Idaho in the mountains. So the first order of business, once we found a suitable location, was to get some shelter and a little fire going. That would provide us with some warmth and also a means of cooking. Once that was taken care of, it was time to get some photos. As is usual for Idaho, the scenery was stunning, if a little cold. After a while there were some lovely embers in the fire, so it was time to set the camera on time-lapse and get the food going. After a warm and hearty meal of mashed potatoes, cup of coffee, and some lovely grilled venison, it was time to get back and see if we were going to get a sunset or any decent light coming over the lake. By the time we'd finished eating, the wind had picked up, the clouds were massing, And this was a rather disappointing event. After all, not only were we missing a sunset and potentially very good light across the lake, but that evening was meant to be a very good opportunity for a Milky Way shot. True to form for Idaho in the mountains, all you have to do is wait 20 minutes. The clouds started to break and the sun came through just in time to capture a lovely sun star as it dipped over the hills in the distance. So with the clouds rolling back in and no chance of sunset colours, we decided to sit by the fire and then have an early night. Let's see what morning brings. What the morning brought was more cold. So after a couple of quick photos just to grab the patterns in the ice, my brother-in-law and I decided that the frigid temperatures were not ideal, and there was a rather interesting looking diner a couple of miles down the road, out of the hills, at lower altitude, where it's warmer. So that's where we headed. Until next time. Okay, could you do that again so I can film it?
Oh, sorry.
Come to Idaho, he said. It's going to be sunny in the mountains, he said.